International Friendlies USA vs Panama prediction, team news, lineups preview. The Mauricio Pochettino era as USA manager begins on Saturday, when his side play host to Panama in a friendly at Q2 Stadium in Austin, Texas. Last month, the reigning CONCACAF Nations League champions played to a 1-1 draw with New Zealand, while the Panamanians have not played a game since being thumped 5-0 by Colombia in the Copa America quarter-finals this past summer. Match preview. For months, the U.S. Soccer Federation had been searching for a coach they deemed to be a serial winner, and, in the end, they decided that the former Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain boss would fit that profile after the likes of Jurgen Klopp declined to interview. Pochettino inherits a side in a slump, with the Yanks winless in their last 4 matches across all competitions, exiting the Copa America in the group stage, a failure that cost Greg Berhalter his job. Playing in the Texas capital seems to bring out the best in this team, with the United States winning all 4 of their international matches at Q2 Stadium without a single goal conceded. With fewer than 2 years remaining before they co-host the 2026 World Cup alongside Mexico and Canada, Pochettino will look to instill some confidence back in a side that have only won one of their previous 7 matches played on American soil 2-0 win over Bolivia. Before hosting the World Cup, the Yanks have a pair of friendlies this month against Panama and Mexico, and then they begin defense of their Nations League crown in November. On their current winless slide, the U.S. have scored first on 2 occasions and failed to win, while they have not beaten a CONCACAF opponent since defeating Mexico in the Nations League final back in March 2-0. The Yanks have not beaten a side from Central America on the international stage since March 2023, when they blanked El Salvador 1-0. Although their Copa America campaign ended in a blowout loss, there were a lot of positives for Thomas Christiansen to take away from his team's achievements. Not only did they win 2 of their 3 group fixtures, but Panama made it into the knockout stage of a non-CONCACAF tournament for the first time. Los Canaleros have won 2 of their previous 3 matches across all competitions and have won their last 3 encounters against CONCACAF opponents. With Mexico, the U.S. and Canada already guaranteed a place at the next World Cup, the door is wide open for the Panamanians to book their ticket to the finals, and so far, they have won their 2 qualifiers by a combined margin of 5-1. Since playing to a 1-1 draw with Guatemala in September 2023, the Panamanians have reeled off 8 consecutive triumphs when leading or tied after 45 minutes. On the other side, though, Panama have lost 8 consecutive matches across all competitions when trailing after 45 minutes, with their last such triumph coming in a friendly versus Nicaragua in June 2023 3-2. La Maria Roja have emerged victorious in their last 2 meetings with the U.S. on American soil, coming from behind to win 2-1 at the Copa America this summer in Atlanta and ending their reign as Gold Cup champions in the semifinals of that tournament. Team news. With Folarin Balogun, Johnny Cardoso and Tim Weah all having to drop out of the U.S. squad because of injuries, Pochettino called up Tanner Tessman, Brandon Vasquez and Alejandro Zendejas in their place. Gianluca Buggio and former Manchester City reserve goalkeeper Zach Steffen earned their first call-ups with the national team this year, while Marlon Fossey got his first cap with the senior squad in their draw versus New Zealand. Christian Pulisic had their only goal against New Zealand last month, surpassing Brian McBride for 6th all-time, putting him 3 behind Eric Winalda, while Ricardo Pepi and Weston McKennie are the only other players selected for this window who have netted in the double digits for the national team. John Gunn, who currently plays for the New England Revolution 2 in MLS Next Pro, is the only Panamanian chosen for this encounter without an appearance for the senior side, with Anibal Godoy of Nashville SC in MLS being their most experienced player at 141 caps. Houston Dynamo midfielder Adalberto Carrasquilla can collect his 60th cap with Los Canaleros this weekend, while Yoel Barcenas and Eric Davis are inching closer to the century mark with 91 and 94 international appearances, respectively. Jose Fajardo can equal Roberto Brown for 9th in all-time goals for the senior squad with a brace on Saturday as he and Cesar Blackman scored in their 2-1 triumph over the U.S. at the Copa America. USA possible starting lineup: Schultz, Fossey, McKenzie, M. Robinson, A. Robinson, McKennie, Musa, Aronson, Pulisic, Vasquez, Wright. Panama possible starting lineup: Mascara, Murillo, Miller, Cordoba, Escobar, Davis, Blackman, Godoy, Carrasquilla, Barcenas, Fajardo. We say, USA 2-1 Panama. There is a lot of excitement surrounding Pochettino's arrival in the U.S. And we expect to see a group of talented youngsters determined to make an impression on their new boss with some big tournaments upcoming. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.